What is up, everybody? I am your host, War Mothershed, and this is the Growth is Hard podcast. Out here breaking generational curses, breaking cycles, most importantly, becoming the best version of ourselves possible. Man, I tell you what, I've had a really good week. I had a really great week last week. I had my brother fly in from Oregon. He's down here handling business. I've been doing a lot of catching up, just spending a lot of quality time with family recently, and I'm really blessed to be able to do so and be able to partake in all these festivities, these events that are going on, and just spend it really with those that I love and care about most. So praise to the Most High for letting us be here, have this podcast today, letting me endure these experiences, and furthermore leading me to the lesson I want to talk to y'all today about. First, let's roll this intro.
My soul wanna break out the labyrinth. I too wanna break out the casket. I do, then they wonder what happened. Back from the dead, I should've said it was killing me. I set up boundaries, jump with the border, and now you're supporting the immigration. Cause I've been there when you needed me most. To get you high even when I was low. Did it then, but I don't do it no more, man. Growth is hard. 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 Growth is always worth it. Growth is growth is growth is growth is
Praise to the Most High, man. Thank y'all for being here today. Man, I've just been blessed, man. I really want to just, let y'all in on what's been going on this weekend. Spending time with Sydney, Xavier, Kiera, Rob, all these great people in our lives, it really reminded me how blessed I am and how far I've come as far as like an individual, my circle and things alike, because everybody has this version of themselves. They're in junior high, they're in high school, etc., and they think that they know exactly who they're going to be and how everything's going to work out. And then of course you graduate, life happens, and you find out. They say the God's favorite joke is telling them your life plan. So seeing where I think I used to be, or used to want to be at least, to where I am now and how much things are different, I never would have thought that I could be comfortable in the situation that I'm in right now with, the status of my body, occupation, school, all these different things, and literally not feel worried or anxious about how I'm gonna, finish, or what's going to be the outcome. Am I going to be able to make it? Is it going to work? I'm so at peace with just trusting, Most High, God, the universe, whichever you pray to, and letting the blessings flow. I'm not trying to block any blessings by thinking everything is supposed to be the way that I initially intended it to be, but not just letting things slip right past me because I'm just so lost in the next shiny thing, the next thing that's moving by, relishing in the moment. And in the midst of having this awesome, birthday party that we have for Sid, there's something about manifestation that so many people don't realize. And it's something that I try to put into perspective for people when it comes to the way that they talk about themselves, especially because it's something that so many of us do daily and don't really recognize. It's something that, it's different because it's you type things, where if you heard, your friend, your spouse, your mom, your dad, whatever, saying these negative things, you wouldn't feel comfortable, let alone allow it, because, those are your people, you love them, they are who they are, and they should be proud of that. And at the same time, We have those same negative thoughts to ourselves, but nobody's there to hear them most of the time when it's internal. You know, sometimes when it's external, it can be said, it cannot be said, but even after so much time, you know, you can't rely on other people to check on you or check you for when you're being down on yourself. And I'm thinking, if manifestation works in the sense that when you believe and speak about good things and good things will happen, why people never see that same connection with the negativity that they bring to themselves? You know, it's like they create their own downfall subconsciously because of the insecurities, the lack of self-worth, the trauma, the number of things that goes on in people's lives. And I want you to know that just as silly and as uncomfortable and just ridiculous it sounds, I promise you, I wholeheartedly promise you that this is the best thing, the best key to happiness, to confidence, to clarity, self-esteem boosting, like just magic. I don't know how else to put it. When you treat yourself the way that you would want your friends to treat themselves, like when you treat yourself the way that you want others to love you, I'm telling you, it'll change everything. I literally was just at the party. Everybody's out back. We're having a bonfire. I'm having a good time. And I'm really in that moment like, I got all these blessings wrapped around me. Life is good. I've been saying I've been wanting this stuff for so long, and now I'm finally here. I'm finally here. You know, there's going to be some hardships and obstacles in between, but it's not about that, because I had things I had to learn and grow from in that process. But at the same time, I asked, and then I received. I asked, and then I received. So you got to give praise to the Most High and make sure that line of communication is open. Because if you really want to get in depth with it, you were talking to yourself in reflection to this universe when you're asking for these things. Because you control your life. And the reality that is your life is the relationship that you mostly build with yourself. Like I said, I understand things are impossible of controlling, and we covered that. But when you change your perception and relationship with not only yourself, but the world around you, I'm telling you, it's no different than color grading a movie clip, Photoshop for, you know, pictures, Snapchat filters, whatever it is. It gives you a completely new perspective, new feel for what this journey called life is. And I wanted to share that with y'all today, because I know there's so many people out there like myself back in the day was just really going through it and wondering what there is that I can do to get the results that I want and to be not only more happy with myself, but my life. Start with loving yourself. Start with saying positive things about yourself, no matter how silly or weird it feels. Don't worry about that. Worry about the results that's going to come from it. You know, it's one of those things that even though people will not understand you in the process of the journey, when you get to the end and you've achieved everything that you set out to, probably said that you would do, everyone then believes you, believes in the way that you did it, and has faith that you not only know what you're doing, but you are immaculate at what you do. And whether that's being an artist, an entrepreneur, a business person, you know, whatever it is, when they ask you how you got there and you say, I love myself, I treated myself the way that I wanted those around me to treat themselves, I gave myself the love that I wanted from others, it ultimately attracted all of those things. No different than misery loves company. Why can't compassion want the same thing? Why can't intimacy want the same thing? Why can't all these other positives want attraction too? What kind of flock do you want to fly with? So, once again, thank you so much for tuning in this week. I got 2 more weeks of school. Summer's coming up. We got big things in the works with Juneteenth and so many other releases. And I am just exacerbated about what is going to be of these next 5 months. Like, there's going to be music videos, there's going to be performances. And I'm just like, the potential is just so interesting and exciting now, the more that I'm diving into the analytics of these releases and things like that. And I'm just like, without y'all, without the Most High, and without the message that I've been able to formulate and put together thanks to the two, I genuinely don't know what I would be doing with my life and the time that I have to experience it. Helping people has been a true passion for me. And for those that tune into the podcast, I genuinely hope that you learn and take from these episodes, that you're able to apply it to your life and make the most out of it you wanted. Because that's exactly what I needed, and I want you to be able to have what I didn't have when I needed it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Check in with me next Monday, 4 o'clock. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what you want to hear next. Share me your stories, share me your downs, share me your highs, share anything with me that you feel needs to be heard, that somebody out there can benefit from. Do a kind act for somebody today, just because. See how it makes you feel.
My soul wanna break out the labyrinth. I too wanna break out the casket. I do. Then they wonder what happened. Back from the dead, I should've said it was killing me. I set up boundaries. Jump with the border, and now you're supporting the immigration. Cause I've been there when you needed me most. To get you high even when I was low. Did it then, but I don't do it no more, man. Growth is hard. 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 Growth is always worth it. Growth is growth is growth is growth is